Hey friends, it is, what day is it? Saturday? Sunday? I don't know, but my house is still asleep. I forget if I started this video yesterday or not. I don't think I did, but it's Tracey from Nova Scotia Living. And yeah, I didn't get a video up yesterday. Well, I did, but it was the day before, so I didn't get a fresh video up. So I'm going to try to get this video up today, the day of kind of thing. But my husband came home the other day with 2 packs of cured pork riblets, and we make boiled dinner out of this. I just took these 2 out of the deep freezer because I knew I had them. They were in the deep freezer here in the porch. But we're going to make a big old batch of boiled dinner with potatoes, carrots, and cabbage. I don't have any turnip. I usually put that in there, but that's okay. I'm using what I got. Now, normally if I make this, I sit this in cold water overnight, but I didn't do that, so I'm going to boil it for an hour and a half, 2 hours. I'll bring it to a boil and simmer it, and then we take the meat out and reserve some of the broth because it's going to be super salty. And then we put it back in with fresh water and boil the vegetables and add some of the reserved stock if it's not salty enough. And Bob's your uncle, there's boiled dinner. So anyways, I'm going to take these out of the packs and drop them in the stock pot. Oh, there. I just thought I'll set Chap while I do this. Oh, where are my kitchen scissors? Yeah, my house is still sleeping. It's almost 10 o'clock in the morning. Everybody's schedule's been thrown out. I'm gonna use a knife, for goodness sakes. Anyways, these ones are still very frozen. I'm putting them in blood and all. Of course, you've seen these ones, 50% off stickers. I think I have a couple more bags of this in there, but I wasn't going to dig around in my freezer today for that. But my husband and I started watching a show last night. It's called Working Moms. It's a Canadian, I want to get gloves because that salt will bother my skin. It's like a Canadian sitcom. It's on Netflix, or at least here in Canada it is. It was really funny. It's not for kids because there's swearing and stuff in it, but yeah, it's pretty clever. Like the humor in it. It was written well and it's pretty funny. So anybody looking for something funny to watch that's to relate, and even my husband invited him, even though it's like Working Moms, but it was funny. Worth a go. I don't know. I'm thinking I'm going to make buns with Misha today, maybe. She hasn't had a lesson in back to basic homeschooling, and she really likes to get her hands into some dough. So I think when she gets up, we might make some of those really delicious rolls I made that I got the recipe from Chris Chriscooks4u2, I think. That's what her channel's called. She does so many amazing things. And yeah, so that can be hers. Still haven't got those blueberries on the dehydrator, so maybe I'll do that with Ms today. We'll see. I'm thinking with this boiled dinner, I'm going to make a big batch. So I think this could freeze. I don't know, I've never done that before, but since learning that I can freeze potatoes and they turn out okay, because you guys told me, and they turn out great, I don't see why this wouldn't freeze. So, yeah. I'm not going to be able to fit all this meat and the vegetables in the pot at the same time, because my pot is just not big enough, even though it's a big old pot. So I think when I take these out, I'll have to just boil the vegetables separate. The sink's gurgling. I got the wash going. You can do this with like salt beef and stuff, but that's so expensive. Ooh, Nelly, that's full. That is full. I might have to put a little bit of, or take a little bit of that liquid off, because once that starts bubbling, I'll bring you over closer to see. Yeah, that's almost up to the tippy top. I should have did this over on the stove so I don't have to lift it. Yeah, I might take a couple cups of water out of there so it can bubble, but yeah. Salt pork riblets. This is my teenager's like favorite supper. Loves it. Oh, just on the back of this this package, the directions for this is 6 to 7 servings, 4 pounds of Atlantic pork, that's one of these packs, 8 potatoes peeled and halved, 6 carrots peeled and sliced, 1 medium turnip peeled and cubed, 1 medium cabbage in wedges. Soak meat in cold water overnight, drain, cover with fresh cold water, simmer in covered pan about 1.5 to 2 hours. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it how I'm doing it because I didn't soak it overnight, but it'll work. It'll work. I learned that from my mother-in-law. She's the one that told me how to do that, and it's worked every time I did this. All right, guys, I'm gonna slice up that cabbage while I can. I wish I had another cabbage because 2 cabbages would have been better than 1, but that's all right. That's all right. And then I'm just going to put them in there, and then I'm going to peel a bunch of potatoes. Misha asked me yesterday if she could peel a bunch of carrots, and I said, yeah, we'll do it tomorrow. So when she gets up, I'll get her to do that. I wouldn't want her trying to do this, and potatoes are tricky. I don't like to get kids to peel potatoes because they can't use a peeler. I know, I see people use a peeler. I can't use a peeler peeling potatoes. I need to use a sharp knife. But I just don't want them to cut their hands or anything. Yeah. There. These are super sharp knives. Cabbages are stubborn old beasts. There. I'm gonna cut them. Yeah, I don't think they have another cabbage. I'll go look out my porch because another cabbage would be good. The little ones don't like cabbage too much, but like Maze wouldn't eat it. Misha eats it sometimes, but there, look at that. It's like a brain. Like a brain. For zombies, we want to eat brains. I'm just going to break those up a bit. That has the cord. Still putting that in there. Oh. Yeah, we're still eating the core. I just have a turkey roaster over here just to put it in. I boiled up the second, or the last 2 packs of sausages yesterday that I had taken out of my freezer. They're on the stove now. I warmed them up again this morning. I'm gonna do something with those today. I think I might make a chili for the freezer. Not put them all in there, but I can put some. Chop them up like I did with that spaghetti, and have hamburger and sausage balls and beans and corn and onions. Yes. All right, guys, I'm gonna get the potatoes out, and I'll fast pace it, and we're gonna peel some potatoes. right, friends, I rinsed those potatoes. They're sitting in that big bowl of cold water because they will turn brown and stuff if you leave them out to the air. I have this set up. Maze is eating a bowl of Cheerios. And Misha gets up here shortly. Her station's all ready. I'll get her to do that, and then I'm going to show her how to cut the tips off carefully. She knows how to use a knife, but I just want to make sure to drill it into her head. She won't use that one. She'll use the little one, which is super sharp too. Cut the ends off, and we don't disc these up like coins. I like chunks, like cut a carrot into 3 or 4 chunks, just so they're about, they're nice big chunks. And they cook just the same as little discs. So, yeah, it's all ready to rock. I dug out my little book here. I still haven't written this down in my book, but this is the recipe for those rolls. I need to do that. So, in a minute, I'm going to rewatch her video just to get a refresher. And I'll get out whatever ingredients I can. And then when Misha gets up and has done that, we'll make some rolls. So yeah, exciting. All right, friends, I think I'm going to get the dough going because Misha's still lollygagging. So I'm just going to get the dough, the yeast going. I rewatched Chris's video, and I'll try to remember to put her link down below, but I'm telling you, these are the best rolls I've ever made before. Like, they really are. And I'm doing a double batch because we'll have some today and some for the next couple of days, if it lasts that long. Her thing calls for 2 packs of yeast, but that's equivalent to 4.5 teaspoons. So I'm going to do this. 2, 3, 4 and a half. When I buy yeast by bulk, I put it in a mason jar and put it in the freezer. I find that's easier for me. It is. And it lasts longer. And then she wants half a cup of warm water. Ooh, that's hot. Don't want hot. I'm just wiping off the counters. Washing Cornelius's bowl. So that's a half a cup, approximately. I think I'm going to put a pinch of sugar in there. I find that always helps.
What is it?
I'm making buns.
Why sugar in buns?
Just a little bit. It kind of activates the yeast.
No, I'm not going to say it.
Buns, rolls. You like buns.
Not
You're my honey bunny.
Not with sugar. Not with sugar.
Not with sugar? Oh, well, we'll see about that, brother.
What kind of buns?
The kind that you put butter on and eat with saucy meals like spaghetti or chili or boiled dinner or...
No.
No? Okay, well, we'll see about that.
Then I thought there was like little cinnamon and you put some sugar.
Oh, cinnamon buns, yeah. Oh, those are good. I should make those someday, huh?
Yeah, maybe in 20 more days.
In 20 more days? Okay, well, we'll see about that. We'll see about that. So we're going to leave this, 5-10 minutes. Once it starts foaming, then we'll really kick it into high gear because then we'll have to start moving and stuff. So I'll bring you back. Oh, there's Maze. He was doing, what was that stunt guy? Oh, what was that guy that did stunts when I was little?
It's me.
Daredevil something?
Me.
Oh, for goodness sakes. Yeah, well, you were being a daredevil. Do you see his top lip is a little swollen? Oh, boy, he had an accident last night. He was doing stuff.
Do you remember what it was, Mom?
Well, why don't you tell him?
So, the trampoline was up.
Yeah.
On the windowsill.
Yeah, the trampoline was sideways. They lifted it up sideways.
Yeah, and when I was climbing it, the trampoline fell down and my lip and my nose hit the white part.
It hit the white part. It hit the windowsill. And boy, I have never seen... That's his first real big injury, honestly. He was gushing. He was a gusher. I had to throw out a couple of face cloths. That's how bad it was. Oh, it scared the daylights out of everybody.
Now this is what came out of my nose.
Yeah, yeah. But, so anyways, Maze, get your finger out of your nose. Got to wash your hands. Yeah, it was it looked worse than it was, honestly. I mean, his nose is sore, his lip is swollen, but it's a milestone, I suppose. And boy, oh boy, he got through it though. He got through it though. So, anyways, we'll be back in a little bit when that yeast is done doing its thing. And yeah, we're gonna dehydrate some blueberries today, Maze. Does that sound fun? Yeah.
I won't cough on them.
No, you won't cough on them.
But
Oh,
do you,
no.
But
No.
do you still have popsicles?
No, I don't have popsicles.
Oh.
No, sorry.
It's because I'm still coughing.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the next time, if we go to the store in a few days, we might end up going. We'll get some. Okie doke?
Okay.
Dokey oak.
But I never saw the box.
No, well, we don't have any. So, anyways, I'll be back, guys. Alright guys, I'm listening to music, but it took me forever to get this freaking thing figured out. There's a new box, but I got it sorted. Had to tear these two little things off to make it work. Whether it's the right way or not, at least it works now, so it's all good. I had that dough rising. It's going to take an hour and a half to 2 hours. I did it while my husband was here making a coffee. We were chit-chatting and having a visit and stuff like that. So anyways, it's over there. I'll put the link to her video if you want to see the process, because she is an expert at this, honestly. But now I got my stinking plastic wrap thing working. Jeepers creepers, it takes rocket science to do this. I'll be back. Alright, I'm just chilling here, listening to music. I just got done listening to Black Crowes. I don't know what this song is now. I'll know in a minute. My husband just went outside. He pulled his hood right, with the string, so he looks like a little bum hole. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I gave the kids lunch. They had sandwiches again. That's what we're doing, sandwiches. It's easy. And then they're going to have a good hearty supper tonight for supper. Some homemade rolls and boiled dinner. You can't get much better than that, really. Well, you can. There's a lot of good down-home kind of cooking for suppers and stuff, but yeah. Anyways, I wasn't shook about lunchtime. They can have sandwiches. I gave them a handful of grapes along with their sandwiches, but we still have carrots and celery in the fridge. I don't have any more cucumber. I'd like to get more cucumber because that goes with just about everything. So anyways, yeah, that's what's going down. Misha still needs to peel those carrots, but we don't need them right now. That salt pork is still boiling, or simmering. I'll probably stop that in about 45 minutes. Yeah, take it out and then start adding the vegetables. So yeah, I need to get our arse in gear by then. So anyways, I'll be back, just checking in. Oh, look who blessed us with her presence. Anyways, yeah, she's going to do those carrots up now, and then after we'll do the buns. I'm listening to the Rolling Stones Painted Black right now. Yeah, I'm just blasting tunes this morning. right, Misha's in there peeling carrots. Are you cleaning Dad's car, Maze?
No.
I filled up this super soaker. Dad's down back burning some brush.
Can you use it?
Can I use it? You need to go show Dad and he'll show you how to do it. My hands are clean from cooking and stuff. I don't want to get it all dirty. Go show Dad. He'll show you.
Okay.
Okay?
I'll lay it down somewhere.
Okay.
Right,
You go down and help Dad do some work. You go help Dad do some work, okay? He's down back.
Oh.
All right. There he goes. There they are down there. All right, friends. This has been boiling for almost 2 hours. I'm going to take the meat out so I can see what broth is left. I dumped the broth that I took out in the beginning back in here a while ago so it could cook up. Oh, where is my big? There. No, I have longer ones than this, but this will go back in to boil a bit. But this has been cooking and cooking and cooking. And cooking and cooking and cooking. I'm going to take the meat portions out. There's lots. You can see he's just still over there doing carrots, ribs. These are like big ribs, but some of them are little riblets, like ribs cut in half. But to try to get that out, Misha's over there making some extra noises, if you know what I mean. But this is good and salty, I'm sure. You can buy the salt riblets in buckets. These weren't in buckets this time, but sometimes you can. Well, most times you can, or you can buy smaller packs in the vacuum packed things that you've seen us use today. But yeah, if you have enough little packs, it's equivalent to a bucket. Now some of the meat comes right off the bone. You can see some of the bone is just straight up bone. I suppose I could use that, save that, and use it in a bone broth whenever I make a bone broth again. I need a few more turkey bones. There's no more big pieces. I'm just trying to grab any little straggle things that are there. Yeah, and now the liquid has gone down tremendously. I'm just taking the stuff out. If you can see. It's gone down quite a bit. Quite a bit. I'm going to taste that. If it's super salty, I'm going to take some of this out. This is all cooked broth, guys. I'm not drinking or tasting raw broth. Ooh, that is salt. Salt. Salty, salty, salty. Yeah, that's really salty. But since this is down to like half a thing, I might take some out now and then add some back in after. Ooh. Yeah, that's salt. Oh, my big 8-cup thing is dirty. Let me rinse it out. I just had flour in it and sugar when I made those rolls. Let me see if I can just rinse that out quick. Because that'll be a good thing to take out. Yeah. Good thing to keep it in. Oh. It was just flour. Like I said, I added the sugar and salt in there just to sit while I was letting the yeast proof. I'm going to take a big old thing of broth out of there. And I'm not throwing this out. You got to save this because if you add too much fresh water, if you do add too much fresh water, you need to add some of that salt water back into a dish just to make it a boiled dinner. The flavor of a boiled dinner. Really, you do. Oh, that's that dough. I need to get the potatoes and the cabbage. I'll wait a few minutes till Misha's all done her thing. My timer is on for the dough, so I gotta wait for that. That's okay. We'll clean it up, Mish. We'll clean it up. But I'm gonna let this do its thing. Let it rest a minute, and then once Misha's all done her carrots, we're gonna add all the vegetables back to this. Top it up with fresh water. We still have that 8 cups of salt water. If we need to add that back in, we will. It's not a big deal. And we still have an hour left for that dough to rise. I set the timer for an hour and a half. Still have an hour left for that. So yeah, we'll be good. So I'll be back in a little bit. Misha's all done doing that bag of carrots. She's putting all the stuff on the newspaper, and we can wrap it up like a Christmas present, huh? Throw it in the compost, because it'll be happy to have it. And then, yeah, I did the cabbage and potatoes like you seen, but I'm going to get Misha to do the rest of the boiled dinner today, so she learns how to make a boiled dinner. How awesome is that? Very timey kind of supper for sure. So we'll wrap it up after. Wrap it up like a Christmas present, Misha. Perfect, and we'll put it in the compost because newspaper is okay to go in the compost.
There you go.
Perfect. All right, now of course that popped open after she wrapped it up, but I told her to cut those carrots into 3 or 4 chunks. So they're going to be chunks.
You only said 3.
Well, 3 or 4. If they're big carrots, do 4. If they're little carrots, do 3. And they can go in there. Perfect. That's just what I want. Perfect size. You already know. Excellent. Yeah. You just need to watch your fingertips because you do not want to be cut with the knife. Yeah, that's right. Touch the top of the knife, not the sharp part of the knife.
Mom, you're not...
Perfect.
You can't go boiling.
All right,
You
Misha.
said you're gonna make me cereal.
You'll have to hold your horses. Bring a chair up here because we got to get these vegetables boiling. So you can bring up I rinsed the carrots and cabbage. Oh. I'm going to try to add that in. So that means to put some in. Put your hand down low. I let this broth cool quite a bit so it doesn't splash up and burn her. But try to put it in. All of it in there. Yeah. Keep going, sister. So this is all the broth that the salt pork boiled in. So it's really salty water. Really salty. It's gross. Well, you eat it. She's one of those kids that likes the meat but doesn't like the vegetables. Whereas the other kids like the vegetables, don't like the meat. Whereas Marquise likes everything. My husband likes everything. Myself, I'm more of the vegetable person, not the meat person. Keep going, we're almost done. And I'll add the potatoes. They're still sitting in cold water right now.
This?
No, that's the dough. I'm going to get you to do that after. Don't think you're getting off scot-free. You need to work for your stay around here, sister. Let me try to dump this potatoes. Wait a minute. All right. I'll put this in because that is sausages that I heated up. I gotta do something with them today. I gotta do something with those today. So we're gonna boil these. Where's that potato that fell? I gotta rinse it off again. Didn't one fall? Do you see it?
It's on that side.
I don't even see it.
Right there.
Oh, there it is. Let me go rinse it off. Waste not, want not. Put that back on. I'm going to get you punching that down after.
What?
So I'm going to put this back on to boil. It's going to take a while because there's a lot of vegetables in there and a lot of things that take a while. The carrots, the cabbage, the potatoes, and then after we'll add the meat back in if there's room. And then I might end up adding some of that broth. I ended up dumping that water I took out in the beginning back in here, but still not enough because we still need to add the meat to it and stuff. But yeah, I'll bring you back. All right, Misha washed her hands super, super, super good. My tripod has an attitude today, so we'll have to be very careful with her. Super good. So gently push it down. We don't need to beat it up because we're friends with her. We're not angry at her.
Uh-oh.
Is it warm?
Yes.
Yeah, feels good, doesn't it? I was trying to find my pan, like bottom of one of my roasters, and I couldn't find it. So I found my countertop roaster.
That's a big one.
It is. I'm going to try to do rolls on that. It's okay if you use two hands. All right, that's good. Just give it a little love tap. Good. All right. So with this is a cup of flour. We're going to put a little bit of flour. Don't do that, Misha. Put some on the tabletop. And we'll see if that's enough. Spread it around with your hand. Good. And now to try to plop that all over the bowl with your hand. Plop. Perfect. And now what we're going to do, I'll show you. We're going to knead it a couple times. Which means
thanks.
you fold it back and push it. Fold it back and push it.
I want to do it.
I know. You're going to do lots of kneading. Don't worry. Don't worry. We need to divide this up into 4 pieces.
Really?
Really?
Wow.
Really?
Did you move?
Because we're making a double batch, I say. All right, so way to do that, you cut, is that about halfway, would you say, in between? Would you say?
Uh-huh.
So push down. It's hard. You got to wiggle it and jiggle it. Oh!
Wait.
Perfect. That side seems a little bigger, so we got to be careful. Now we need to cut this in half. Push down. Perfect. Is that about half?
Yeah.
Perfect. Just so we know what we're working with. Let me get that bowl back over here. We'll put our balls. We work with one ball at a time. Put it into a ball. Squeeze it. Just so it doesn't get mixed up with the other one. And put that in.
We're on timing?
Yeah, I'll be done in a little while, Zara.
Okay.
Turn this one into a ball.
You just working with one?
We just work with one at a time or we'll get overwhelmed. Okay, put that in.
This is a big one.
It is. All right. Now we're cooking with oil, sister.
Now what am I going to do?
Knead that a little bit. It's tough. I know it's tough. Okay, we don't want to knead it too much. All right, let me see. And then we're going to cut it again. And then you're going to help me put this into balls.
Just little buttons?
Well, so they end up rising and turning into buns for supper. You know, buns. You got a couple of buns yourself, don't you?
I got 2.
You got 2. Yes, you do.
But
So-
I got 4 cheeks.
You do got 4 cheeks. You guys know what the 4 cheeks are? All right. So this is hard. You got to try to get this right down in the middle. Try your best. Push down. Wiggle it a little bit. All right. We move on to the next step. It's just like taking steps.
Wait. Okay. You're going to the side a little bit.
Oh.
Oh.
Good. Oh, and we're going to do it a little more this way because that part is big. Good. Okay, now what we're going to do is cut it
Okay.
like this.
Can I do it?
Yeah, come over here. We can't make them too big because it doesn't look like much dough now, but when it rises up, it gets real big. Perfect. Those are small, but we'll end up tearing stuff off of the big ones to add to that. All right, I'm gonna get a chair and I'm gonna show you what to do because I'm gonna help you because there's lots of buns to make. We're going to do this big kahuna first just to see if it works. This big inner lining of a countertop roaster. We're going to see if that works. Let's move it over. All right.
I'll do this one.
Yeah. You take one and you kind of pinch the sides and put it under, like almost like a mushroom cap.
You showed me this before.
I did show you this before, yeah. And you pinch it under like it's a mushroom cap, like you're sticking it under its bum. And it's okay if you squeeze it at the bottom, as long as it goes in kind of a ball. It's kind of tricky sometimes. It's not going to be a perfect ball. That's good. I was about to say Zelia. That's good, Misha. And we put it in. We'll show you guys what the pan looks like after. Put it right beside it so it's as close as can be.
Doesn't have to touch.
It'll end up touching eventually.
So I'll put it a little bit, not so close.
Yeah. Those vegetables over there are boiling. We're doing good. So by the time, because we have to let these rise for about another half hour. By the time that's done rising, you can put that in because I can't see over there. I can put a little bit with that one. It'll be time to bake these and have them out and let them rest a little bit. So they'll still be warm when they eat them, They won't be piping right out of the oven, which is delicious, but it's nice to let them sit a little bit so it reabsorbs a little bit. There's another one that can go in there. We got lots to do.
This is only the first one.
It's only the first one. Only the first one. But we'll have
This
buns
isn't the
for a
first
couple of
time I
days.
did it.
No, Misha really likes to play with dough. She's never actually made dough herself, but she likes to play with the dough and she knows how to handle it. She knows the feeling of dough because you guys see me wear gloves a lot of the times when I'm making food. But when it comes to bread dough, myself, you gotta feel it. You gotta have super clean hands, Make sure your nails and everything are clean. And I take my ring off. I only wear a thumb ring, but make sure everything is clean. And it's almost, yeah. Try the bigger ones first. If they're like that one can take a little bit of dough off and put with those smaller ones. There's another one. With dough, it's a living thing. It feels like a living thing to me. You gotta feel it. You're making it, you're dealing with it, you're dating with it, you're dancing with it. You gotta know what you're doing with it. Bread doughs and stuff anyways. And as long as your hands are super clean, that's good. Those two can go in there, Mish. Perfect. Pull it over and poke it under the bum. And then you squeeze it, pinch it at the bum like you're pinching a bum on a birthday. And it all comes together. Yep. Let me see. Yep, we can get them even closer together, honestly. Like that. All of these need to go back a little bit because we're going to fill up the whole pan as much as we can. Have it just a little sliver in between each because they'll end up growing up.
And then they'll get stuck together.
Yep, and then you just pull them apart when they're nice and warm and put some butter on it and it's just perfect. You know what I'm talking about. Oh, it sounds like somebody's coming in. Is Dad outside?
Dad left.
Oh,
Probably
might be Dad. Oh, yeah. Oh, there's Dad. Yeah, you can put that in. These guys were showing on how we make buns.
Oh.
Misha's a professional at this, though. She's dealt with dough lots of times.
So.
All right, friends, we got done rolling all those dough balls.
All them hoses rolled.
And this one, I dug out these just in case we needed them. That we didn't. We're good. We're going to cover these and let them rise for at least a half hour, probably a little bit longer, just because it's kind of cool in the kitchen. I'll set them up by the stove. The vegetables I just shut off because they're done boiling. I just shut it off. They can sit in hot. Here's all the meat. I can't fit all the meat and the vegetables in there, so I'm going to figure out what the heck to do. But for now, everything's shut off, so we're good. All right, friends, these have been rising for about 45 minutes. I'm going to put those in the oven and see how they turn out. I had them, the last half hour I had them sit them on the counter, and then I set it on top of the stock pot, even though it's already shut off, just so it's extra warm. And we'll put them in for about 17 to 18 minutes. I'm actually going to glaze them with butter first, melted butter, and then we'll put it in and we'll see what they look like. All right, those buns are in the oven. I just put some of the meat that was in that pan in this pot. The pot's shut off, but the liquid's really hot, just so it kind of warms up a bit. And it doesn't look pretty, but it's going to be awfully tasty when it's done. So that meat can go in after this meat comes out, vegetables and stuff, so we'll be all good.
USA.
All right, here's there's the first pan of rolls we took out. The second one's in there, but we glazed them with butter. We're just letting them cool a minute while they're dishing out their own supper, and they can have a nice hot roll with it. Oh, I'm just doing up the kids' plates. I have a bit of cabbage and potato and carrots and meat and a couple of little tiny buns, buttered. Perfect. And Evie's here to visit now. Hip hip hooray! Say hi, Evie. No, he's waiting for his food. Alright friends, I'm just bagging up that sausage I cooked up after supper. Putting it in here, I'll deal with it tomorrow, but I just kind of browned up the edges what I could. And I'll stick it in the fridge. It's 10 to 8. All the kids are here. My dad and Evie are here. And yeah, it's just been a busy evening. So I just want to get this in the fridge and get the dishwasher going. Whew. Alright friends, dishwasher's going. I couldn't fit everything in there, but I got all the plates and cups and all that stuff done. The kids are all upstairs playing, so I'm going to end this video now. They ate a lot of those buns. All that's left is this bag and 3 individual little buns. But yeah, they turned out perfect. Perfect. I think Misha really enjoyed making those. So that was her little lesson. I will get to Maze. I will get to them. But yeah, all the kids are here. They enjoyed that supper. There's still some of that left. I'm just going to put the stock pot out in the porch on the freezer because it's cold out there and there's no way that would fit in the fridge. And I don't think I'm going to be able to freeze any because there's not going to be enough left to freeze. So why bother? Why bother? But thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you liked bumping along with me and the kids and all that jazz. So I'm going to say peace, love, and happiness today and every single day. Please like, share, and subscribe if you so choose, but if not, that's okay too. I still love ya. I still want all the happiness in the world for each and every one of you out there. I certainly do. I really, really honest and truly do. Yes, I do. So, yeah, 8 o'clock on the nose. So, I'm going to sit down and unload my phone so I can try to get this up tonight. And we'll start fresh again tomorrow. So, with that, I'll say have a good night or have a good morning. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Boink.